Assalamu alaikum, this is Nabila Sigdatama welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. 10 agencies to monitor market as prices of daily necessary commodities can remain stable in Ramadan. BNP chairperson Begum Khalda Zia calls for acceptable national election to restore democratic system for repairing state after quick completion of minimum reforms. Home Affairs advisor asked law enforcement agencies to stay vigilant to maintain law and order as people can sleep peacefully and move around without fear. Chief of Army Staff General Waqar-e-Zaman calls upon Bangladesh Army member to remain prepared for the highest duty for the country. Israel frees hundreds of Palestinian prisoners shortly after Hamas hands over bodies of 4 hostages. And the match between Bangladesh and Pakistan in ICC Champion Trophy in Rawalpindi of Pakistan abandoned due to rain. Viewers, those were the headlines and moving on to the details. This year, a record volume of daily essentials has been imported ahead of the upcoming Ramadan. Traders and importers have already stockpiled chickpeas, dates, lentils, onions, garlic, sugar and other products against the additional demand during the holy month of Ramadan. However, the crisis of bottled soybean oil is yet to end. As many as 10 agencies of the government will monitor market so that the prices of daily necessary commodities can remain stable. Law enforcers will check extortion strictly. Analysts said markets of daily essentials might be destabilized during the Ramadan if syndicates are not dismantled. Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP chairperson Begum Khalda Zia has called for an acceptable national election to restore the democratic system for repairing the state after quick completion of minimum reforms. The BNP chairperson was virtually addressing the extended meeting of the party at the LD Hall premises of Shongbad from London. BNP's extended meeting is being held after a long 7 years, as the last one was held on February 4th in 2018. The party claimed they could not hold further extended meetings or councils of BNP during the Awami League rule. Khalda Zia said the fascist ruler fled in mass movement. The people's expectation is that the current interim government will quickly complete the minimum reforms to repair the state and hold an election acceptable to all to return to the democratic system. Nothing that the country is going through a critical time now, she said, as a result of party men and students' coordinated movement. The fascist ruler has departed. An interim government has now been formed. She urged the leaders and activists to work unitedly for the success in the next election, being inspired by the ideals of Zia Rahman, and alter them not to do anything that can make these struggle and sacrifices go to vain. Meanwhile, BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman called upon the party men to take preparation for the national election. He was virtually addressing the second extended meeting of the Central Committee formed through the 6th Council held in March 2016 at the LD Hall of Jatiyo সংসদ. Tariq Rahman said if democracy is endangered, BNP's interests are also endangered. After the escape of the mafia leader, a democratic environment has now returned to the country. The BNP acting chairman said a conspiracy is underway to destroy national unity and election environment. The conspiracy of those who wanted to make Bangladesh a subservient state has not stopped yet, he added. Tariq Rahman called upon all, including farmers, workers, scholars, ulema, pir mashkia, and people of all classes and professions to stay vigilant against any conspiracy to destroy the environment of the national unity and the national election. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary asked law enforcement agencies to stay alert and vigilant to maintain law and order so that the people can sleep peacefully and move around without fear. The advisor instructed the security personnel after inspecting security measures in 4 police stations, Mirpur, Darussalam, Adabor and Mohammadpur and its adjoining areas early this morning. Jahangir said, along with law enforcement agencies, officers of the Home Ministry have also been given the responsibility to monitor the law and order situation. He assured all about the safety, saying that the law enforcement agencies are alert with heightened security patrol and setting up checkposts set up at important intersections of the capital are also functioning. He said joint force operation is also going well. Activities of police station are going on at a normal pace. In response to a question about how long the ongoing joint operation will continue, the advisor said that the joint operation will be stopped if the situation improves. The Home Advisor also said a sub-inspector and a constable were suspended from Gulshan Police Station yesterday for their negligence in duty. Chief of Army Staff General Wakar-uz-Zaman called upon all members of Bangladesh Army to remain prepared for the highest duty for the sake of the country. He made the call at the martyred colonel on his parade ground in Raater cantonment today on the occasion of the inauguration of the 7th colonel of the regiment. The army chief said the regiment of Bangladesh Army has been modernized with new units, modern arms and equipments, uplifting status of the force. General Wakar-uz-Zaman went on saying that every member of the regiment has to be professional and trained. The body of the veteran politician, BNP Vice Chairman, former Minister Abdullah Al-Noman has reached Chattogram. People from all walks of life, in addition to party leaders and activists, gathered to see their beloved leader for the last time when the vehicle carrying the body arrived in front of his residence at city's Kadideri area this afternoon. Many of the grieving leaders and activists broke down in tears at this time. They shared various memories while paying their last respect to the late politician. Chattogram City Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain and party leaders and activists rushed to see the body of the late Abdullah Al-Noman. They expressed deep sorrow over the death of their beloved leader and prayed for the forgiveness of his departed soul. Now, international news. Israel freed hundreds of Palestinian prisoners today, shortly after saying Palestinian fighter group Hamas handed over coffins believed to contain the bodies of 4 hostages. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said Israel had received the coffin of the 4 fallen hostages and a process of formally identifying them has started. A kibbutz later confirmed 2 of them were members of its community. In Gaza, the occupied West Bank journalists of international news agencies saw hundreds of Palestinian prisoners freed by Israel arrive on buses accompanied by Red Cross's vehicle. More than 600 had been due to be released in the latest exchange, and Egypt's state-link Al Qahira News said 97 of them arrived on the Egyptian side of the Rafah border, crossing with the Gaza Strip. Hamas said today that Israel now had no choice but to start negotiation on the second phase. Earlier, Hamas said the return of the 4 Israeli bodies would take place in private to prevent the occupation from finding any pretext for delay or obstruction. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet US President Donald Trump in Washington on Friday to sign an agreement on sharing his country's mineral resources. Zelensky has described the bilateral deal as preliminary, and he said he wants further agreement which includes US security guarantees to deter renewed Russian aggression. Trump seemingly ruled out the prospect of Ukraine becoming a NATO member, one of Zelensky's long-held ambition. Speaking at a meeting of his cabinet on Wednesday, Trump said the presence of American workers extracting rare earth metals on Ukrainian soil would provide automatic security for Ukraine. He said Kyiv should forget about joining NATO and repeated Russia's claim that the issue was one of the driving factors behind the war. The US president suggested a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia was not far off, telling reporters that they were going to make a deal with Russia and Ukraine to stop killing people. Russia has constantly opposed the idea of Ukraine becoming a member, fearing it would bring NATO forces too close to its borders. Back to national news. A firefighting drill and training was held at Bangladesh Television Chattogram Center today. Officers and employees of all levels of BTV Chattogram Center participated in the drill. A team from Bangladesh Fire Services and Civil Defense Chattogram conducted the drill. It was led by the organization's Deputy Assistant Director Mohammad Abdul Mannan. He said Bangladesh Fire Services conducts any kind of rescue and training activities in addition to firefighting. Various techniques of firefighting were taught in the drill as well as suggestions on what to do during a fire incident. Later, General Manager of BTV Chattogram Center Muhammad Imam Hussain concluded the drill and training program. One of the pioneers of television talk shows in Bangladesh, the journalist, writer and media personality Mohammad Jahangir, a talented son of Chattogram, always tried to uncover the truth in his journalistic career. He wrote at least 25 books on the media. Speakers opined this at the memorial meeting of this prominent journalist at the Jela Shilpakala Academy this afternoon. The main discussion at the meeting, organized by the Chattogram Bhasha Porishad, was Ekushe Padak awardee and the editor of Doinik Azadi M.A. Malik. He said Mohammad Jahangir wanted to make a news museum, but it has not been materialized yet. He demanded that the press council be strengthened and that all complaints about the news be filed with the press council first. Filing cases in different districts in the name of journalists is nothing but harassment, he added. Chattogram Bhasha Porishad President Professor Dr. Abul Qasim presided over and General Secretary Imam Hussain Chaudhry moderated it, while the Deputy Press Secretary of Chief Advisor Apurbo Jahangir journalist Bikash Chaudhary Borua, Ekushe Padak winning journalist and poet Abul Momin, and former Vice Chancellor of the National Poet Qazi Nazrul Islam University, Professor Dr. Mohitul Alam, among others, addressed the occasion. At the beginning of the program, a dance performance and an exhibition of books about Chattogram were organized. Now, sports news. The ICC Champions Trophy match between Bangladesh and Pakistan at Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium was not played due to rain. The last match of the group stage was abandoned as it was not possible to start the match on time due to heavy rain in the Rawalpindi of Pakistan. Bangladesh and Pakistan shared the points as the match was abandoned. The Tigers have already been eliminated after losing the first two matches of the group stage. The same situation has happened to Pakistan. The two teams were supposed to face each other in a match to maintain the rules today, but That was not possible due to the rain. However, Bangladesh is ahead of Pakistan on the point table. The Tigers are in the third place in this group with 1 point. Pakistan, who are behind in run rate with equal points, are in the second place. India, who are at the top with 4 points, have already confirmed their semi-final. New Zealand, staying in the second place with equal points, have also confirmed their semi-final.